Okay, welcome back to the Quest for Details, or welcome for your first time. Today, we're going to take this piece of Bowenite, a type of serpentine, one of the different forms that it can take, and I want to carve a design into it. You can see that this piece is thin enough to be able to, I believe, if we relieve a bunch of the material, like I have here, the dark areas being ground and carved away, the light will come through it better. Right now it's about semi-translucent at this thickness, and I'm hoping that it will not only create a nice beautiful pattern to look at, but when you hold it to the light will go through it much better. So we're only going to carve one side of this and leave the other side smooth and see if we can't bring more translucence into it. We'll get the Dremel and we'll get started. So basic setup, just a dish with water in it. I have soft cloth, it's actually a floor mat from the dollar store, and the Dremel. I got a little flashlight here for backlighting, and then about half of my Dremel bits here. These are the ones I use to start with, and the water helps keep it cool. And have the flex shaft on the Dremel, so we don't have to put the motor in the water and electrocute ourselves. And that's how we roll. Okay, we're wrapping up with the Dremel phase of this now, and smoothing out the bottom. It leaves a bunch of scour marks and circle marks, so we're have to take all my little files here, big old plethora of different things that I've gotten. A lot of these are cheap, some of them not so much, and go through and try and file the little bottoms out on them, file the edges smoother, and then sand the whole thing again and buff the whole thing again. And we are getting there for sure. So that's the next process. It's me sitting around watching some of your guys' YouTube videos and other people's stuff and sanding away on that. I've already been doing it a little bit off screen. It's a bunch of little tedious. That's how I do that part. Now I'm just using one of my old sander discs and rebuffing the faces and stuff. Sideways across the shop here. It's actually my kitchen counter, but hey, you know, the things you can do. These are all a type of tuft that resembles picture jasper or the Wonderstone sandstones of the Southwest, but it's actually a rhyolitic tuft, a compressed volcanic ash. And it's been sanded and treated on one side. These are the ones that I was calling Fire on the Mountain. Love the way that turned out. And then this one actually has, it looks like an angel or a lady in it. And we just got done baking. And then the portal all finished up. So these are things that you did not see the final versions of, but that's what they are. And yeah, just wanted to throw those in here because they're so fun. They're down into the caverns of Khazad-dûm. Love the way the little stalagmites and pillar entries. And this one with the person up in the flames coming off the top of the mountains. And this one's just perfectly split. Just little examples. So, this is about as deep and smooth as I can get that with files and sanding and dremeling and such. And we're going to take it out to the buffing wheel and try and give it one last polish. And then maybe try and get down in there a little bit with some buffage. And that's going to be it. Let's see how we did with the light here. Not bad. Not bad. See how it got all the windows all the way into the back of it? Yeah, that's what we're going for. Looks like an ear or a leaf or something. Oh yeah, that'll work. So yeah, just put as much shine into that as we can get. It's a trickier material. And then it'll be done. Another little piece. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm calling the green flame. And the bottom is going to be rough like that. It's about as fine as I'm going to polish this piece down in there. And that's okay, because it shows it was made by a craftsperson and not a robot. I don't mind showing that a little bit. And got a nice, it's about as shiny of a luster as I can get this stuff with. The stuff I'm working with right now, I just ordered a even finer compound and a brand new buffing wheel, but this is kind of a lustery stone in the first place, and that's how that turned out. It's like a leaf, naturally, from the leafy family. Okay, doesn't like a good rock show in the dark. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. So there, you can see the point of the whole thing was to make it way more translucent and add that vein work or leaf work or whatever you want to call it in there. There it is, looking from the smooth side, so you can still see the inner veins. Sorry, trying to hold the camera with my armpit, and then these two objects with my hands. Doing the best I can. So, yeah, that was the goal. And of course, it made all the little raised edges on it more translucent. It's hard to capture that here, but in the daylight, all the little raised areas let light pass through them, even without backlighting. And I think that's a great way to turn these slightly too thick to see through and let light through pebbles into something cool, is just work with their natural shape. It's always one of my favorite ways to find the flow, whether I'm landscaping or working with natural materials, is don't fight them too much. Let them kind of dictate the overall shape and stuff. And you often have pretty good results. Yeah. Liking that for sure. We'll turn that one back on. Cancel that one out. Yeah. There you go. I think that's more in focus. It is ready to hang on something, maybe in a window or around the neck. I know it's a big piece, but like I say, just working with what the original stone was, so there you go. So thank you for joining me for this little carving fun, some playing with Bowenite. It's one of my top 3 favorite materials, I'd say, that I've ever hunted, found, and gotten to work with. And yeah, just kind of tickles me every time. So hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it at least. And I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. And hope to see you on the next, if you will join me again for whatever tangentry we get up to. Until then, just, you know the deal. Please take care of yourselves. Every one of you is an unreplaceable part of the universe. And if you get the chance, please take care of each other. I'll see you next time.